Welcome to part 2 of What If Deku became the one above all. So, yeah. So in the last part, I went over the sports festival, beginning of the, from where Zuko and Zumi were born, and, yeah, all the way to, sports festival. So now the internship, Cambark, and All for One versus All Might. So in the last part I went over was Zuko demonstrates 10% of his power, because he's also said in his quote, I really started liking you all. So don't hold any grudges against me if I beat you. So he used 10% of his power. And when he did, to beat all of them, he grew wings. So, yeah. And that piques his interest in him, because he thought he was the only one that can fly. But having the wings that are sprouted out from your back is quite cool. So, yeah. So he got accepted to him, as they both flew around, looking around, So they stopped crying in about 2 seconds. And because most of the people the Nomus were slaughtered by them faster than you could say chicken nugget. Yeah. So then, yeah. And for Bakugo getting punched, it was like this. And kind. It was like him getting punched in the face, or in the chest. Yeah. So then, couple days, or then day after that, and no, I'm not making him all gay thing, the Hawk's gay thing, because one, I'm trying to stay clean as possible in these what ifs. So, yeah. Zuko got asked the question by Hawks, have you ever heard of a gun called One Above All? No. But, why? Well, it seems like you're turning into him. Because not very many people have what you have, Zuko. Are you those mystery ones that I keep hearing about? As Hawks wasn't dumb in this what if. He could tell if a person has the ability, skills, quirks, or quirkless. But mystery one he can never figure out. Yeah. As Zuko says, yes, I'm actually a mystery to everyone. But I'm okay with it. I was born as that. Huh. Good thing, you are on our side, by the way. So, then, now it is time for Todoroki and Bakugo were working in the same area as Todoroki tells Bakugo that the Class 1B student isn't human at all. As he tells him, do you remember the story of One Above All and how a mystery people got into this world? As Bakugo is like, yeah, so hold on, let me do that real quick. Yeah, so what about it? Well, doesn't it seem weird that Zuko is the only one of those mysteries? He was born or he no or he the what I'd heard from my father, Endeavor, that Zuko sprouted 2 wings out that are so beautiful that even puts Hawks to shame. But there's more to it. And his father told us, or what I heard from Eraserhead, he said that he was only using 10% to beat all of us in that single fight. 10%? That seems pretty weak. No. He's trying to hold back on us. If he wanted to use full power, why wouldn't he just use 100%? Or all the way to the max? Maybe we just need to investigate more. As Hawks asks him, why did you use 10% on those kids, and are you trying to hold back? As Zuko says, yes. Because compared to some people that would rather just have out brawl, I'm usually the one. I don't want to have any blood on my hands, like killing all of them at 100%. You guys are so weaker than me. That's true. But hey, as long as you're gonna be a pro hero, no killing involved, okay? Yeah. Unless the government asks you to. Yeah. So, yeah. Zuko So then after the whole internship thing, so now the camp park, or they go back to school. Todoroki and Bakugo ask him that same exact question where Hawks asked, as he gave an honest opinion that this is his honest opinion to them, that I really like all of ya. So, and plus I'm not the, like, Bakugo that do all out brawl. Oh. Because between all of you, I know that's why all of you go to this school anyways, to get stronger, to have more power than anyone, to even surpass people like me, right? As Todoroki understands that Zuko might be strong, but as he says, well, how about at 10% of your power? And you do actually have beautiful wings. As all the girls looks at him with, like, how will I put this? Hold on, give me a moment. With this kind of heart thing. As they could not take their eyes off of him. Their heart starts beating. Yeah. And people like Ochako, Mina, Momo, every girl that you could think of. Sorry about that. I don't recognize that number. So, give me a moment to find. Well, don't ask me how and that is not my phone number or anything like that, but plus I do not recognize it. So let's finish this up. So yeah, Zuko, who ends up becoming a strongest man. Yeah. So all the girls were asking him out on a date. All of them are fighting over each other's because they have, or has the beautiful wings versions of them. And yeah. So then the camp park was So the camp park were like, they do their training like normally, and the villains come in. They abduct Zuko. As Zuko, who woke up, as yeah, as everybody from the entire city was looking for him, because So then that's how All Might versus All for One all started, and yeah. So then Zuko is about to ready, as All for One is about to shoot All Might with enough blast to kill 20,000 people. But Zuko flew all the way to where he's at, or All Might, right in front of All Might, and the attack didn't even penetrate it. But he is gonna use 100% of his power. As when he did, his wings became flames. His entire body with, as two horns grew out of his head. And as a tail comes out of his back. Or his, So, he looked like a devil as he walks closer to All for One, as All for One was in shock. Or he's like, this must be your ultimate form. Need some work on it. If you try to hurt my friends or my family, I will make sure every single one of you villains will never see a light of day again. Do you understand me, boy? As Zuko went through the one below all. As he became more powerful, he became the one below all. To basically, as he consumes All for One, like ripping All for One's heart out of his chest and devoured it, like crushed it. And the Zuko as everyone is trembling in their little boots. They were shaking, like they couldn't believe this kid is on a whole nother level. So then when he looked over after he slaughtered All for One, he turns around, gives All Might a helping hand to help him dust him off. As he looks over, as he uses the powers that he learned from his mother to bring things to him. And he also uses his father's fire to burn them into molten lava. Everybody was like, everyone thought he was about to turn on him, but turns out he was, as everyone was like, man, So then he had to literally go through the bottom, the one below all, to becoming a one above all. As before All for One died, he said this. Well, you're quirkless, so you're between, or you're not quirkless. You who must have the quirk of fire manipulation, similar to your sister, right? You're, as Zuko turns, as he tells All for One that, as All for One says, you must be useless against people with unimaginable power. And Zuko looks over at him and tells him, you know how many times that I hear that every single day? From Bakugo, all of everybody. That you're quirkless, you're useless. And it's Deku. So, I'm used to it. So now after whole, thing, and Zuko got bumped up to Class 1A, actually. Because they could not believe that this kid, they made a mistake on it. So, yeah. So Zuko is on a whole nother level. As he calms down, as the tail goes, or no, his flames went off, but his horns go back into his head, and his tail wasn't just like a normal, demon's tail, the one that's, so thin. I'm talking about him having the same thing as, give me a moment, as, where is he? Oh, here it is. As this guy right here. This one right here. Here's his tail. Yeah, but way more has a drill on the tip of it. Yeah. So Toga, or before Zuko, or before they captured the villains, he tells Toga that you are actually normal. Normal. No one's really insane. Toga. As Toga didn't realize that she's pretending to act crazy, but it's her path. And it's her choice of life. As Toga decides to have him as her idol instead of Hero Killer Sting. And yeah, because every time she heard the word normal, be normal, he tells her that being normal is actually not even accurate to what people's lifestyles are. It's all about lifestyles. You being crazy, that's your lifestyle right there. No one's really normal. So, yeah. As Toga agrees, means that because she didn't even thought about the being normal isn't the is gets boring. Yeah. So then everybody was like, okay. So now a little bit of a time skip. I'm skipping over overhaul fight. During that time skip, Todoroki and Bakugo having their little discussion about why Zuko's suddenly so overpowered. And yeah, as everyone couldn't believe it. So then, but there was one that came or was about to devour the world. It was Galactus, but not like from Marvel's one. But this Galactus is a kind of like a entity that is very strong. So Zuko decides, I'm gonna go fly up there and kick his butt. As he does that, but his body grew to size of a same size as him. He was even on standing in the Milky Way. Aim. So yeah, and just ignore that phone call thing. I don't know who it is, but probably potential spam. So yeah. So it was just a phone call, not the actual like ringtone things. So yeah. So Zuko became same size as Galactus or Infinity Galactus. Yeah. So then he became like he used Bakugo's or Todoroki's attacks and he does all that stuff. But he went beyond his own max limit in order to. So we all have limits to our bodies, or limits to our humanity. But if we break the like chains of humanity part, then we become like something more, something dangerous. Yeah, that's what Zuko did. He broke the chains of his humanity, went towards the light. As his body evolved, went from being a one below all to being one above all. He was, as his body evolved into much more serious matter, into something like this, but blinding light. He still had wings of an angel thing and a tail, but his horns, he was one above all. Yeah. And Zuko ends up destroying the Infinity Galactus. Yeah. Yeah. Infinity Galactus had no chance because he went beyond infinity. Zuko, on the other hand, went beyond paths of destiny. He became the one above all. As Zuko, after he was done, he came back to Earth. But his his body evolved into like much more like a really buffed up man that looks almost similar to All Might's buffed up form. But he still, yeah, as worshippers worship him from that day on. From that day on, he became he became the one who ruled all. Like he even surpasses All Might, Endeavor, everyone from the planet, universe, galaxy, everything. Yeah. As Todoroki, Bakugo, even from that day on, he respects Zuko as a true person. He went from being like a quirkless loser to being like, hey Zuko, what's up, main man? Yeah. As All Might couldn't believe it. As he tells him, or he asks Zuko if, or like literally he asks Zuko what was that, if you don't mind sharing with all of us, as I I will share with all of you. So there's two sides. The one above all and one below all. The one above all surpasses even imagination of a person's. Only thing that person's imagination. It's similar to a quirk of Momo's. But yeah, as he knew what he's talking about. Yawning. And yeah. So yeah, Zuko tells them, like explains that at the some of you think that I might be pulling your leg, but the one above all and one below all is actually they're one and the same. I know in Marvel's they're two separate entities, but in this one they're just one. So yeah. So he explains that how some people, needed to learn to respect others. Because who knows? Sorry about that. So, yeah. Basically, so basically, who ends up dating him is actually your choice. I'll leave it in a poll, so who would I ship him with? So, this is the end of the video. Please leave a like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the fun things. And do you like how the AI did this? Okay, so